What is up, you guys? It has been so long since I have filmed a video and I've really missed filming for my channel. I have been away for an extended period of time. I worked on the professional Australian production of Sister Act the musical and Jesus Christ Superstar the musical. But during the Sister Act season, I was working on props for a production of Mary Poppins as well. And I have got a backlog of content to share with you guys. So I promise you there are videos coming to you soon, and I am so sorry for not posting in such a long time, but I am really excited to be back. But today I am not sharing Mary Poppins content with you. I'm actually going to be showing you how I made this Mouldy cheese, which is for a children's production of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, the musical. Now, I didn't know it was a musical, but it is, and we needed this for the cheese touch scene. Now, if you're not familiar with Diary of a Wimpy Kid, that doesn't matter at all. Basically, I'm showing you how to make a really moldy piece of cheese. So if you are interested in that, then stick around. If you follow me on any of my social media platforms, be that Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram, you may have already seen some pictures of this floating around, and if you don't follow me, why not? Give me a follow on any of those platforms and you can keep up to date with all of my content and creations. When I put up pictures of this prop on Instagram, I got a lot of reactions of people going, that looks really gross, and that means that I actually did a good job. So if you're keen to see the process of making this, then stick around. Be sure to smash that like button because it lets me know you want to see more content like this, as well as consider hitting that subscribe button and bell so that you don't miss any of my upcoming content. And with all that said and done, let's jump straight into the video. This was my inspiration for creating this prop, and I really wanted it to be pretty gross. Here is the general sketch that I did to give me an idea of exactly what we were trying to create today. Now, I created this out of a sponge. Now, this was the Sabco Bulldozer Big Job sponge. I got this in Bunnings Warehouse. If you don't live in Australia, then you should be able to find them online, potentially on Amazon. But if you can't find them, you really just need a thick yellow sponge. You'll also need a knife or some sort of blade to cut through the sponge. Now, I'm using my Gerber multi-tool. This worked really well. If you don't have some sort of multi-tool, then you might be able to use a general kitchen knife or a Stanley knife. This video is not sponsored by Gerber, by the way. I just really like using my multi-tool. We're also using acrylic paints, brushes. If you've got a paint palette, great. I need to replace mine, so I didn't use a paint palette, but I used some medicine cups to do a little bit of the mixing. A cutting board is advised, baking powder, and a marker. Alright, so I needed to cut down this sponge because it was a rectangle shape and I wanted it to be square shaped. I marked it out first and then just cut through it straight with my Gerber. Then I went in with the marker again and I marked out where the holes were and I started cutting around them. Now, don't worry about the black marks, they are going to be covered up by paint anyway. If you are looking for a video on how to make general cheese or some different kind of cheese, I do have a couple of other videos as well on my channel, and I will link those for you down below in the description and up above. Once that was done, it's time to paint. Now, this is the fun part. I went in first with a darker green and a dark blue and mixed them together and then went over all of the holes. And this was to create a feeling of deep old mold. So if you look at a picture of blue cheese, this is the kind of mold that you'll find there. And I do the same thing in my video where I made fake blue cheese. So if you want to have a look at that one, I'll link it for you as well. Then I went in freehand with some lighter shades of green. There is no right or wrong way to do this. Every slice of Mouldy cheese looks different, so I just kind of dabbed it around where I thought necessary. Then I took a little bit of baking powder and I mixed it with some white paint, and this creates more of like a paste consistency. And if you've ever looked at mold, it can be a bit furry. This is to create a little bit more texture. It's not necessary, but it's something that I wanted to do to make that prop feel more realistic. And yes, it is a prop, yes, it is fake, but sometimes I feel the more realistic it looks, the better an actor can authentically react to it. So I went in and dabbed that across a little bit, and then I used some of the original blue-green combination color, mixed that in it, and that created a really moldy color, and I put that all over and in the holes to make it look like it's been festering. Then I set that aside to dry, and once it was dry, I did the same thing on the other side. And this is the end result. I think it looks disgusting. I definitely wouldn't want to eat it. And so it got a big tick from the director, and that's all that matters to me. That is how I made this moldy cheese. Let me know in the comments what you think about it and whether you're going to attempt this at home. If you're working on a production of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, I am with you. There are a lot of props in it, so I will try and share what I can. I'm also currently working on a production of Footloose the musical, so I do have a few things coming your way, as well as some of the backlog of content that I've got. So I'm going to mix it up across the weeks, and you'll see a whole range of different props. But I am, as I said, really excited to be back. If you liked this video, let me know and hit that like button, because I want to know if you enjoy this content. Consider dropping a comment as well and subscribing, because I really do love this community and it's so wonderful to have you guys along for the journey that is making props. Drop me a follow on all socials. I love what I do and I love sharing what I make with you. So I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you next time. Bye.